Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, welcome to live reaction Saturday afternoon matinee game. Minnesota Wild hosts the Edmonton Oilers. In case you live under a barn, or under a rock, I guess I should say. Quinn Hughes is a new defenseman for the Minnesota Wild. And Tristan Jarry, the new acquired goalie for the Edmonton Oilers, is no longer on this road trip. Thoughts and prayers to Tristan Jarry and his speedy recovery.
So far this year,
We got the national anthem coming up
three,
now.
Not only in their division, but in the entire National Hockey League.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
And now, as we honor America, please welcome today's guardian of the game, Lieutenant Colonel Sarah Como. Sarah enlisted into the United States Army in 2003 and currently works as the Joint Staff J4 Logistics Data and Visualization Officer at the Pentagon. She is deployed to Iraq, Afghanistan, and Puerto Rico. Her awards include the Defense Meritorious Service Medal, Army Commendation Medal, and the Joint Service Achievement Medal. Lieutenant Colonel Como, thank you for all you've done for our country. Now please sing loud and proud as John leads us in the Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
St. Paul, Minnesota, to look at Grand Casino Arena now in its 25th year, and I'm just...
I both agree and disagree with that. It's a fair point that you make, Toe Drag, absolutely. Yes, child, my lord. Hopefully Mom is here soon and I won't have to deal. I think the reason why they don't have Ingram play this game is his confidence, I don't know if you follow any of my other videos that are my live streams. Rose, you need to just chill for 5 minutes. Ingram shouldn't even be up in the NHL. Stop, please. You're fine, I promise. In my opinion, and in the opinion of a lot of AHL brass, Ingram shouldn't even be in the AHL right now. He should be in the East Coast Hockey League.
Picked up and we're underway.
But because of how much money the Oilers have invested in Ingram,
Bouchard and Hughes, 2 of the top 3 scorers.
He got the call up.
The last 3 years, a shot off the rush by Marcus Johansson. One of 5
I think the Oilers can win this game.
Tonight for the Minnesota Wild of the green and cream. Here comes Nugent Hopkins.
They're facing Gustafsson tonight, not Wolfstead.
Gustafsson, who got off to a slow start, but Louis.
But I agree with you.
10 starts, he's only lost once in regulation. And as
You need to stop. You need to seriously just stop. I love you, but you need to stop. Thank you. Yeah.
Behind the Vegas Golden Knights, who Edmonton will see tomorrow night. And look at this. Great save right out of the gates by Calvin Pickard. Kicks that right pad out on Johansson, injected back in the lineup. As you mentioned, 5 guys back in the lineup for the Minnesota.
Alex Lyon isn't coming to Edmonton, guys. I don't.
Checked by Brock Faber. He and Quinn Hughes each well over 30 minutes.
I'm just going to stop saying things because
Columbus on Thursday, clear by the Wild.
what I say doesn't click with a lot of people.
Of course, this ice surface will be host to the upcoming World Juniors. And now Bouchard behind his own net, awkwardly trying to reverse and caught the side of it. Pinching down low, Jonas Brodin, another Wild player back in uniform, long-time defenseman, better part of a decade here in St. Paul. Minnesota, a steal. Boldy a wraparound and a save.
How's that not a hook?
Calvin Pickard. Boldy and Kaprizov give
no.
the only pair of 20-goal scorers.
It's not the goalie as much as it's the team in front of him right now.
Leon Draisaitl, he has 17 for the Oilers, looking left side. Zuccarello, a great read, picked it off. They get him back today as well. Kaprizov, a little spin, punched off his stick by Podkolzin, and Draisaitl quick up to Frederick, and now Podkolzin waiting, opening up on his forehand, and ultimately dishing off for Spencer Stastny. Draisaitl playing with Podkolzin and Frederick today, at least at the outset. A centering pass, that's broken up. Janmark will slide down and play 4th line center for Edmonton with that change. And Savoy will play on the 3rd line with Mangiapane and Adam Henrique. Here's Kaprizov dishing and a shot off the post. Right there, a great chance. And Zuccarello, true iron against Calvin Pickard. The other way, driving hard to the net as Max Jones played very well against Boston. Got one on net, flicked aside by Gustafsson. And it's a good start for both clubs. End-to-end pressure. Emerson will give it up for Quinn Hudson, whose first NHL goal proved to be the game winner on Thursday night against the Bruins. Yakov Trenin, that's an offside. Danila Yurov just in over the line prematurely.
That's been a good start. Here's that great chance by Zuccarello. He's missed some time here after that hit by Vince Dunn of the Seattle Kraken, and he brings the bar. Nice give and go with Kaprizov in the middle, and he tries to go short side up over top of the glove of Calvin Pickard. Something to note here, a couple turnovers by Edmonton.
Yes, Renegade. They absolutely overpaid for a rental. They absolutely did. Short-term winning versus long-term sustainability is what happened. I think Vancouver got better long-term, although 3-0 since the trade, I guess they got better short-term as well. But that's offside. Oh, man, no way, eh?
He was coming over from Vancouver, bolsters that backhand and pushes everybody down into the column.
But no, like, I agree, though, with Toe-Drag. I don't think it matters what goal you're playing tonight. You have to play perfect. You have to play a perfect 60 minutes against this Minnesota Wild team.
But they'll get up the ice. So for me, it's by design that everybody's producing right now for Minnesota. So it's more important to
stop, please. And that's a bad pass by McDavid.
Not do anything offensively. Drifts outside. Touchback.
Like, this is why I kept saying, and I will still say,
He's the league leader in time on ice There's a steal and a breakaway for the red-hot Goldie. Walks in. Backhand score. 1-0.
I said you had to be perfect, and what do? Fucking breakaway. Be perfect! No, no, can't do that, right? Can't get pucks in deep.
Not the guy.
That's not on Ekholm, kid. Kimo, that's not on Ekholm. That is on Ryan Nugent-Hopkins not putting the puck in deep. That is a bad play by a forward that knows better. Had the puck been cleaner to Ekholm, okay, sure. But you bobbled the puck to your defenseman. What was he supposed to do with that? Put the puck deep in the corner. You're taught. Yes, Tompkins was a better option. Tompkins was a better option to get called up. And the reason why I say that is twofold. He comes up here and he loses the games he plays. It doesn't hurt his ego. It does. Rose, please. It doesn't affect him. It doesn't make him any worse of a goalie. It'll make him better of a goalie. That's why I was preaching Tompkins come up. And here's another one. Like, with Ingram coming up, let's play the devil's advocate here. Ingram comes up, he plays against Vegas on Sunday. He gets shelled. Not because he's playing bad, but because the team in front of him is garbage. He gets shelled for 2, 3, 4 goals. He gets shelled. Now his confidence isn't only shot for the AHL, but now it's done for the NHL as well. Okay, can you just relax, please? Please.
Savoy against Kaprizov, who actually has 22 goals. I misspoke a moment ago. Goldie and McDavid a tie for 5th with 21, and then Kaprizov in a tie for 3rd with 22. Racing in and a stop made.
It's 1 goal, 4 shots. But hey, we got that against Boston as well. 1 goal, 6 shots. Like I said, guys, that's why I'm really pissed off that the fans forced the trade to be made this season. You could have just let it be. Could have just let it run back, Stuart Skinner and Count Picard. They always heat up in December, February, and March anyway. This is the stretch they heat up. Doesn't matter who the goalie is. This is when the Oilers wake up and heat up. So it wouldn't make any sense to trade the goalies now. But, hey. Let's be a fan base that destroys hockey players.
Well, and he's also mindful of the fact he's probably going to play another 29 minutes after this.
Because that's not what Picard does. What, Rose?
Bouchard clambers back to pick it up, finds Adam Henry driving in. Henry mired in a goal-scoring slump, hasn't scored in his last.
No, exactly.
Back to October, but here creates a turnover against Faber, and Edmonton has second.
You guys already know my feelings on this injury to Jari. It's not good, guys.
Follows it up. Riley Stillman's second game of the Oilers winds it down low.
He's going to miss at least 7 games.
He did take the pregame warm-up. Dropped to one knee was Mangiapane. Now Henry to Emerson. Wheels it across Stillman. Blisters one off the side of the net, and now Gustafsson will lunge forward.
Shots are 4-2 for Minnesota. 1-0 Minnesota on a breakaway.
And Andrew Mangiapane has seen Minnesota break out on top.
Yep. They can't, Renegade. That's the thing. Oilers can't go for another goalie. I wish there was money there to do it. There's just no money there to do it, man. There's like that Jari trade was your chip with Kulak's contract. That was the chip. There's nobody else making money on this team that the Oilers can comfortably move for a goalie. Who are you going to get rid of? Hopkins? Hyman? Yeah, it would be nice to get another goalie, but it's just not feasible in this season now. This season is on the goalies we have. May it be Picard, may it be Ingram, may it be Jari, but this season is on the goalies in the system right now. He wanted a trade last week, yes. He didn't want the trade at the beginning of the year, Barbershop. He didn't want the trade 2 months into the year. He wanted a trade after fans went after his family for the third time in 2.5 years. You have to understand that. It wasn't like he just woke up one day and was like, yeah, I want out. I'm done. I hate this team. I hate the way we're going. You have to understand, it wasn't that he woke up one day and was like, hey, boss, can I get a trade? No. It was, they were on the road trip and his wife got a threatening phone call. Again. His in-laws got threatening messages at work. Again. Like, you work a job and people are threatening you. Okay, cool. But then they go after your wife, your in-laws, your family members. Do you want out? Do you want to say, yeah, I'm done? But that's just me assuming that he's going to be out that short term. And when he comes back, who knows how flexible he's going to be when he does come back. This is the second time this year he's pulled a groin. He was out in November for the same issue. SS24s look really good though. Like, I get it. Skinner wasn't good enough. Good enough for finals though.
Lifted down the right hand side. You forget how strong he is, Leon Draisaitl. He's 6'2", 215. I mean, that's rock solid. Favorite of the net. Dragons back here. Sam Pickard.
What money though, Barbershop? This is what I'm talking about. What money goes in for his money coming in? What money's going out? Buffalo doesn't want anybody not named Hopkins or Hyman. They don't want Janmark. They don't want Mangiapane. They don't want Tomczak. What money's coming out to make his money come in?
Jumping into the play and rush. Excellent save by Calvin Pickard early on to kick that one out with the right hand.
That looked like Big Den grabbing you out of the pile when you were like 11.
By the back of the neck of the shin.
Yeah, I mean, that was impressive. Off the draw, here's Kaprizov. Snapped it over to Quinn Hughes, and shot the save made by goaltender Calvin Pickard. So Hughes, Louis, tell me, when you indoctrinate...
Yeah, I'd like to see a fight here. This is where a fight would come in really handy. You need to relax, please. Stillman is also playing tonight.
Is on Quinn Hughes' stick a lot now. He's got a lot of players here, different personality than he had in Vancouver on the back end. There was already some guys that could do that a little bit, and quite well.
Exactly.
Favorite in Spurgeon. Brodin's a great skater of the puck, a good activator. So now you just have that much more mobile of a defense player in Minnesota.
How is that offside?
So what you're saying is because he's a guy who controls the game, he doesn't need to wait for people to get him involved.
Like, that's why I keep telling people, why are we making trades for goalies in the season? It doesn't move the needle.
They're a team that plays a certain way, but I think Quinn's the type of player that can adjust to whatever he has to adjust to. So he will do what he needs to do here, and whether that's less or more, it doesn't really matter. He's going to do what he does, and he's an elite defenseman. I mean, Norris-winning defenseman that gets injected into your lineup, any team's going to take that. Thank you very much. Great pickup for Bill Guerin in the Minnesota Wild.
Boldy took a gamble there trying to angle that one on net, but he caught the side of the post, so that turns into an icing call.
Like I said, it baffles me why this GM folded under the public pressure.
More of a defensive role this year. John Hines was telling us earlier in the year. You know,
I guess when a player does finally have enough and ask out, you have to do that. But again, I'll say this until I'm blue in the face. This season is 100% on the fans.
Coming on board, but it does alleviate some of that pressure for another young defenseman. And he's flourishing in it. You know, you just saw that move he just made. He's playing with a lot of confidence, Dave.
David Evans rolled the face on. Bouchard shot not on net, though. Johansson the break.
No, it's not. It's not overblown.
It's the line, spun it down.
You can't take the 8 years of healthiness and the last 2 years of unhealthiness.
That's the list. Oilers double team down low. Big hit. McDavid leveled Hughes. Hyman was there as well. Shoveled down low by Boldy.
You can't do that, Barbershop, because he wasn't hurt for the first 8 years of his career.
Faber, left-hand side. You don't get that opportunity that often.
How many games has he missed the last 2 seasons?
You got it.
Get your licks in when you can, because there's not many opportunities.
There's your answer.
The breakout to Hyman. McDavid.
So,
Offside, a late call, and I don't
let me get this straight. The Minnesota player puts his hand up saying offside, and the ref's like, yep, that's offside? Come on. And the reason why I say he's injury prone, you can disagree with me, that's fine. Once you have one injury that's lower body, they start to pile up. Now you're getting 1, now you got 2, now you've got 3. Now you've become injury prone. Where you were healthy for the entirety of your 8-year career, and you have 1 year where you're injured the entire season. The next year you're injured again. Now you're prone to injuries. That is what I mean when I say Tristan Jarry is now injury prone. You may not have to like it, you may not agree with it, but that's how injuries work. Especially lower body injuries to goalies.
To the outside for the most part, but Minnesota's coming up with these loose little pucks.
Jake Middleton. Backhands on a quick snapshot by Hartman and a save made by Calvin Picker. Hartman shoves off Stillman.
How's it going, Epic?
Hands off to Jonas Brodin. And race off with a blind pass that's picked off by Max Jones. And he'll launch one that bounces toward the goal line. Retrieved by Jonas Brodin. Out his 14th year. Classic, solid, stay-at-home guy. He's been a pellet. Trennan takes Nurse to the hole, but Nurse recovered well to deny the shot. And here comes Leon Draisaitl on the counter. Frederick in the middle of the ice. Chipped in by Nurse. And now Frederick dealing with a pair of Wild players down low.
Really? That's a call? Holy shit, ref! That's a call!
Kelly Sutherland a piece of his mind.
Kelly Sutherland, you joke! Wow. Guess we're not letting them play today, boys.
Visit Wadobe.ca for savings. Some exclusions.
Power play Minnesota.
2 minutes unsportsmanlike conduct. This is a double.
You gave him a 2-minute as well? So you gave him a cross-check, and then you gave him a double for unsportsmanlike? You soft fucking baby shit.
Sorry.
You are soft as baby shit.
If it's up by the numbers or up by the shoulders, that's one thing.
You know what? If a Minnesota Wild player peeks at you one time, you give him the double as well.
The penalty box and he gets dinged.
You baby shit piece of crap.
As a result, the Minnesota power play, which is a top 10 unit in its own right, Kaprizov has 8 on the year.
Fucking Kelly Sutherland, man.
Minutes of power play time. Obviously, we don't know what was said. Sometimes you'll see a 10 called there. In this case, it's an extra 2 and a 4-minute.
You want to know why it wasn't a 10 there, Jake? Hey, Jack Michaels, want to know why I was on a 10? Because it would be a 2-minute and then a 10-minute. It'd just be a 2-minute power play. Doing this puts Minnesota on a power play for a full 4 minutes. Kelly Sutherland, you must be the worst fucking referee in the world. Hey, where's that cross check? That's a cross check. Call that too. That is soft refereeing by number 11. Kelly Sutherland, you chuck wagon. Can't say what I want to say.
There's the second opportunity to turn over, then some scrums afterwards. One chance, and then right here, the second.
Big kill coming here, folks. Big kill.
Little chop. It wasn't much, but Ekholm not going to back down.
McDavid out short-handed, but Eriksson wins the face-off, and Quinn Hughes.
Yeah, that's fair. But Vegas has a game tonight in Calgary. Tonight at 8 o'clock, Vegas plays Calgary, and then the game's 6 o'clock tomorrow. So this does technically not really help the Oilers because they got travel. Where Vegas really doesn't have a travel. They have a 25-minute flight. Of course they're going to score. Good job, Kelly Sutherland. Good job, Kelly Sutherland. So now you got 2 minutes left on the power play again. Holy shit.
For a potential block. He just rips it. Give him credit. I mean, he let that one go pick the corner.
Agreed. 100% agreed.
Last 3 seasons, 31, 29, and 27 goals. It appears he's poised for a major breakout this year, finding the next level. Spurgeon around the board. Second unit on for Minnesota and head coach John Hines. Brock Faber, quarterback in that second unit, across to Tarasenko. Two-time Cup winner with St. Louis and Florida. Spurgeon gets it back from Johansson. Now up top for Faber. No lane. Gets it back from Spurgeon. A blast, the save made by Pickard. Rebound, the captain, Jared Spurgeon. Tarasenko. Faber again to Spurgeon. Faber with the hand mark on him. Spurgeon a shot. Hit his own man, Ryan Hartman. Rebound snatched away from Tarasenko by Ekholm. And it's slung down the wall. Now the Oilers will see Minnesota's top unit return to the ice. Hughes quarterbacking. Still 45 seconds left on the man advantage. Hughes brings it across. Eriksson shoots and has it left side. Rebound plucked down the ice by Adam Henry. Certainly a good look.
It's just a joke how you call a double minor on that. What did he say to you? What did he say to you, Simon, that made you so upset? Again, if I see one Minnesota player beak at a ref and not get a double for that,
with 20 on the power play. Up the gut, Eriksson. Soft chip, Kaprizov. Trying to feather it across, Zuccarello. Kaprizov around the boards to Boldy, who has both goals here in the first.
There you go, Sutherland. You set the tone. You set the tone for the tick game.
Comes to an end. Boldy down low. Kaprizov stopped by Pickard. And Draisaitl steps out of the box, so the damage somewhat mitigated.
What do you mean somewhat mitigated?
Minnesota. Eriksson carries back in. Tries to center, tipped Bouchard will come out of the fray with puck control. Draisaitl and McDavid together on a 5-on-5 shift. McDavid gives way to Nurse through Eriksson and off. Protecting his Bouchard down low. Draisaitl. Return to Bouchard.
There's a cross check and a slash in the hands. Scores! Maggiapane! Fucking Maj!
In 22 games, puts the Oilers on the board.
Huge goal.
Wow, plus even 5-on-5, they look good.
Bouchard with the assist. Yeah, he definitely needed that one. And Draisaitl keeping his point streak going.
Zach Hyman goes to work. A backhander through the crease. Nugent Hopkins trying to hang on, but no. Minnesota will clear. Tossed back in by Emerson. Line change forthcoming for the Oilers. Leon Draisaitl now with 18 points in his last 9 games. Came into the game tied for 4th in the league in scoring. This is going to be an icing call whistle against Edmonton. But with 4.5 to go in the first, the Oilers finally have some footing.
Yeah, and some life. And Mangiapane, he's the one that we talked about earlier on, kind of got into the grill of Brock Faber, drove
Get
himself to the
out of
net,
here,
buzzed the tower,
please.
and he was looking, you're right,
And how did you turn my Xbox on?
with a goal. Has 5 assists in that period you're talking about, but this is a perfect
Me?
redirection. Get to the front of the net. Be in
All right.
Here's Faber. Plugged on net. What a save made by Pickard. He had no reason to expect that chance from Nico Sturm, but made a nice save on it. Remember, Pickard won both of the games last year.
Yeah, Ingram plays tomorrow.
In St. Paul. He stopped 60 of 64.
They have to see what he has. They have to see.
Visiting team has won 4
The-
head-to-head in this series.
I'll wait till the next commercial break where I can pause this to give my thoughts on that, Epic.
Won both last year. Pickard was a big reason why. But Bolsa down low to Leon Draisaitl, protecting and now turning, locating Bouchard for a blast, and that stayed out. Rebound to Sturm. Lumbers up the center, reeled in by Podkolzin. Hyman to Draisaitl, on to Bouchard. Here's Hyman, back to Bouchard, wide open backhand. Can't see it.
Oh, he almost squeezed that 5-hole.
Rebound cleared off the right-hand glass. Bouchard.
Oh, there's a lot of interference.
They'll twist.
Boldy gets away with grabbing McDavid. Hey, who cares, right?
Minnesota's been a little
Better not hit somebody in numbers, though. That's not allowed.
Hopkins unable to finish. Another failed clear. Tell you what, Boldy has scored twice, but he's thrown away a few blocks in his own end. This has been ruled to have played with a high stick.
All right, so Epic, honestly, Ingram has to play tomorrow. Rose, enough, please. I'm trying to have a conversation. Enough, you're fine. If Ingram doesn't play tomorrow, why would you call him up? Why call him up if you're just not have him play? I think he plays tomorrow because you have to. Because now you've tied your horse to him. You ignored what everybody in the AHL had said. You ignored what you're paying people down in Bakersfield to do. Scout your players, look at your players. And to a man, I can honestly say to a man, every single one of them said Tompkins should be called up. And Ingram needs more time. But they don't control what the Oilers do. And the Oiler brass is like, well, we're paying this kid what? How much are they paying Connor Ingram? Give me half a second here. I forgot how much we're paying. His contract Ouch. Ouch. 1.9. $2 million. He's getting paid $2 million to be an AHL goalie. Yeah, they need him up here. They want to see if he's worth the $2 million, or are we gonna use him as a trade bait? I mean, that's $2 million, 1.95.
So when you're just driving to get that next one, and he's been a little bit feisty lately.
Right? That's 1.95. We can use as a trade chip.
Redirection. Get himself to the front of the net. Edmonton's got to do more of that. That's a great example of making great chances against this Minnesota Wild team. Presence in front.
Did we?
Gotta have some soft hands for that kind of a tip go up over top of the block. Back on the board.
Whitney is looking to elude Zach Hyman.
No, we are on the hook for 1.95.
Going in. So it's Boldy forking it over to Hughes. The outlet for Joel Eriksson with that call back defensively. Quick shot on net, save made by Pickard. Rebound into the slot. Gobbled up by Nugent Hopkins and cleared ahead for McDavid. He'll challenge Faber and shoot. And that was fought off by Gustafsson. He just got a piece. That quick release almost got him.
Yeah, I like this shot from Connor McDavid early on. With speed, Faber does a nice job to get back and match that speed of McDavid so he doesn't just drive around him, which he's done so often as of late.
Absolutely. But that's what I mean. Play him tomorrow, and if he has a hell of a game, which I think he might just do, because again, talking to a lot of people, AHL, when a star player or a veteran guy goes down to the AHL, especially a goalie, they don't take it seriously. Or they don't have good numbers because it's not structured hockey down there. Rose, I get you. I understand you.
Talked about are third in their division, but third overall in the league.
There's basically shots coming from everywhere that you don't expect coming from. But numbers are numbers, and numbers don't lie. His were not good down the AHL. We got 3 minutes left to go in the first period. Not icing, says the referee. Oh, yeah. Hey, he's beaking too, eh? Oh, hey, that number 5 just went to the referee. Hey, he said something as well. Come on, where's that double minor? Where's that double minor at? So Draisaitl says something to Kelly Sutherland, and that's not okay. Number 5 does the same thing, but that's okay. Where do you see that, Epic? Because I was on Puckpedia, and it doesn't say anything that they retained any salary. Oh, here we go. I finally found the 1.5. Yeah, 1.15. Yeah. So, yeah, even then. So, yeah, that still, to me, is a management team that realizes they... I mean, all we got for him was future considerations. You're absolutely... Exactly that, Renegade. Exactly that. What? But let's be honest, though. Wallstead is a very small sample size. This is his first season in the NHL. First 10 games he played in the NHL. And they've been great. I'm not going to say they haven't been great because they've been nothing short of amazing numbers. But we'll see, right? Goalies go through ebbs and flows. Edmonton power play. First of the night. Let's hope they do something with it. Rangers almost blew that game against Philadelphia today, if you guys watched hockey outside of the Oilers. Rangers were up 1-0. Had to come back. Hi.
Oilers have scored a power play goal in 7 straight visits.
Absolutely epic. Absolutely. And that's why I'm not too upset by the move. I just would have loved to see Tompkins.
On the board, draws the call, and now McDavid and Hyman stack the slot over Draisaitl's right shoulder.
But hey, maybe his time is coming. If Ingram doesn't play well,
McDavid will replace Draisaitl in the face-off circle. Edmonton's second.
Draisaitl gets thrown out of the circle again. Of course he does.
The Wild pretty mediocre.
It's routine. Draisaitl gets thrown out of the face-off circle.
Edmonton at about 79%. Off the draw, good job by Boldy to turn and find that puck and shuffle board.
Yes, okay.
Bouchard returns to McDavid looking to equalize.
Yeah. You're not wrong there, Renegade. So maybe this summer one of them has to go. Kind of like Askarov. Where was he? Nashville. He wanted to be a number 1 goalie, but Nashville already had a number 1 goalie. This passing power play is garbage, though. Yes, Rose.
Bouchard quarterbacking. Backtrack by McDavid. They'll use a little screen for Bouchard to gain the line easily. Trennan defending up top. Bouchard to Nugent Hopkins. McDavid. Guided back to Bouchard. Draisaitl. Not a goal
Yeah.
in his last 6 games.
Absolutely.
Gives it up. Nugent Hopkins.
No, absolutely, Drew.
Draisaitl beneath the goal line. Trying to fire it off the pads of Gustafsson. The rebound stays in. Good keep by McDavid. Little give and go, and then Draisaitl. Not much of a pass back to him, but he'll get it back anyways. McDavid again. To Draisaitl. It's an insane Gustafsson. Rebound. Sitting.
Scores! Connor McDavid with the power play goal!
Tied at
2-2!
2. Gustafsson could not
F.U. Sutherland!
And finally, that puck ends up in the back of the net.
Yeah!
Stay with it here on this bastion away on Gustafsson. Good game of the puck here, good recoveries right there. Just a little bit of extra effort by Zach Hyman doesn't allow that puck to
One minute remaining in the first period. 1 minute remaining in the first period. Slash on the hands, no call. Faber slashes Pod Colson to stop him getting a shot. Draisaitl on Hyman with the assist.
Stasny. But Colson checked by Faber. He's trying to work that puck free. Trennan. And muscle out.
2-2 is the score.
Hughes. So McDavid, Kaprizov, Jason Robertson, and Matt Boldy.
Oh, Quinn, he was thinking you're tough throwing a small body.
The only men with more in the league right now are Morgan Geekie in Boston and Nate McKinnon in Colorado. By the way, the Avalanche are here tomorrow for a day in a while. Middleton jumps up centers.
And a bad Oilers defense. 3-2, 6 seconds left. Can't have that. Cannot have that if you're the Oilers.
11 last year. Wins a face-off here. Brodin up to center. Shoveled, and it's whacked down. Hartman and Kaprizov. Boy, that was...
Yeah, you can't. How does 95% of the goalies not read that, Epic? Sometimes it's not on the goalie to figure out where a play is going and how it's going. No, McKinnon will never be better than McDavid. Will never be better than McDavid. He's also older than McDavid too, right? We forget. And one thing I want to preface, I'll be back. I just got to go put this child down. Like, this is ridiculous. Enjoy the intermission. I'll be back. Fuck Rose. Like, fuck. Okay, now, you calm now? You calm now. This is a fun game to watch. I think everybody, to get back to my point about Nathan MacKinnon, when they see Colorado and they think Nathan MacKinnon, they think he wins and they win and they're this juggernaut team. Truth be told, what have they done outside of one cup run? How far has Nathan MacKinnon, Cale Makar, and that group gone outside of one cup run that was allowed to happen because of offsides and other shenanigans? What round do they get put out in more often than not? First round or second round? They are the West Side version of the Toronto Maple Leafs. One good run got them a cup. Cool, you got a cup. Can never take that away from you, but that's one run out of how many? Where the Oilers are consistently out of round 2, into round 3, into round 4. But we as fans want to rag on the Oilers and their players, not realizing how good of a run this team is actually on. No, absolutely. I feel you on that. Like, I'll have to watch the replay again, but I probably agree with you. Like, goalies got to learn how to just to stay on their feet, be bigger. But that's the new style of goalie, right? That is the last decade of goalie coaching. The reverse VH. And the lean forward. I think the answer is 0. If you've won the President's Trophy, you're not winning the cup. But yeah, no, it's 3-2 Minnesota after 1. Should be 2-2, but 6-second goal. Game's already decided today. Detroit Red Wings beat the Washington Capitals 5-2. The Rangers come back to beat the Philadelphia Flyers 5-4 in a shootout. Other games going on right now. Senators 1, Blackhawks nothing after 1. Games yet to be underway. At 3 o'clock, the Islanders face the Sabres. At 4 o'clock, the Blues are in Florida to take on the Panthers. 5 o'clock, Canucks Bruins. Penguins Canadians. Hurricanes Lightning. Maple Leafs Predators. And the 8 o'clock games have Vegas and Calgary and Columbus in Anaheim. Seattle in San Jose. How about those trades, though? Did you guys see those trades yesterday? Wow. Marchment gone to Columbus from Seattle? That's huge. No, absolutely. Like, I'm not worried either. It's just when everyone's healthy, players got to get moved. There's going to have to be waivers being made. Oh, speaking of being moved. Yeah, Dandino to Montreal. I was just about to say that. For a second round pick. Oh, Dano goes to Montreal for a second round pick. Hey, that gets him out of our division, right? Also, did you guys watch Jake Paul get completely knocked out last night? That guy didn't know what to do when he went up against a real boxer. He was running for his life. What? Don't dad me and then just do nothing. Shots after the first period, 16 for Minnesota, 14 for the Edmonton Oilers. Oh man, like I'm not gonna lie. For the first couple rounds, it looked like it was a fix, because the guy didn't really want to hit him. He's like, "I'll just throw you a little baby jab, baby jab, baby jab, baby jab. I don't really want to hurt you. I'm getting paid $92 million just to have a spar session." And then it's almost like he felt like he was being taunted. And he's like, "All right, enough's enough. It's time to knock you out." And then when he started actually punching him to hurt him, yeah, you could tell in the fourth round, late in the fourth round, you can tell, okay, now my hits are going to start hitting and they're going to start hurting. By round 5, Paul had nothing. The guy put him in the corner, punch to the stomach, bang to the mouth, and that was done. Down goes Paul. Very apathetic. Down goes Frazier. Down. Yeah. So maybe Jake Paul won't challenge any more boxers in the future of his let's make money. Stick to the YouTube sideshows and the 80-year-old Mike Tysons that get paid a lot of money to not punch you. Although in that Tyson fight, as that fight went on, you could see Tyson was getting frustrated because he'd start throwing harder and Jake Paul would almost like remind him, "Hey, dude, you're hitting me too hard." And Tyson would back off and then hit harder and then back off. It's like, we're in a fight, dog. Like, no. Let's fight. I appreciated the fight last night. I appreciated this guy show up and ball out. I know you're ready for a nap, but you have to wait for mommy to get home. Only if the same thing happens, but this time in Tyson's favor. The only way that fight makes sense to me is if they tell Mayweather he can't go full out on old man Tyson. Like, I know Mayweather really doesn't have that punching power, but he still has that one-shot knockout ability. And they'd have to tell Mayweather he's got to go 75%. But that would be a good fight. I'm glad I get Netflix for pretty cheap. That's my shirt, man. I said, man, that's my shirt. I can't do anything at Rose. Like, I know you're falling asleep, but there's nothing I can do when your mom's not here. Like, there's absolutely nothing I can do when your mom's not here, okay? Second period is underway. 3-2 Minnesota. I'll get you back to the action in a little bit here. I can't do much right now, guys. Sorry. Yep, drop your soother. Cool. No, I need your nose. Oy vey. The life we lead, guys. The life we lead. Right? Oh. Crap, let's get it back here. Cool. Power play for the Oilers.
Power play Edmonton was. Chance to tie it up here.
David.
Yeah, for sure, eh?
From Draisaitl and Hyman. Draisaitl wins the opening face-off, and you've got Nugent Hopkins curling it back up. Sharp for a blast, and that stayed out. Rebound. Hopkins. In the bumper roll, Draisaitl returns to Nugent-Hopkins. Around the other side, Bouchard. Now McDavid dialing it up. Again, hard to the net. Gustafsson watching carefully. McDavid gets it back from Bouchard. Draisaitl in his office. McDavid gives it to him. Draisaitl. One-timer Bouchard and a painful block made by Nico Sturm. And here comes Yakov Trenin. That was a 92-mile-an-hour heater that Sturm ate. McDavid to Draisaitl. 2 minutes gone.
You got way too high hopes for Ingram, man.
3-2.
You got way too high hopes for Ingram. Again, I won't say too much, but you got too high hopes for Ingram.
Bouchard, Boldy on him. McDavid loads up. Bouchard. McDavid shot, blocked, rebound. Boldy can't find it. McDavid will overpower and maintain. Juracek wanders over. Big hit, Draisaitl. And McDavid takes advantage of that hit to free it up for Bouchard.
Spurgeon didn't like that too much.
McDavid. Bouchard, shot off the post, rebound, and somehow it stayed out. Came off the inside of the goal post, Draisaitl to McDavid, he spins. No shot, now tries to center. Blocked by Spurgeon. Draisaitl up top. Hasn't scored in his last 6, hasn't gone through a stretch like that in a couple of years. Here's Nugent-Hopkins, and he fired just wide.
That's it for the power play. Hopkins throws the puck out of the zone. I don't get it, man.
Just one other shot on net. Of course, the goalpost isn't one. Bouchard and Dart. And here comes Matt Savoy. Beats Middleton to the middle of backhander sailed wide. Middleton kind of took that leisurely against Matt Savoy like there was no way Savoy could beat him. And he almost paid dearly for it.
Yeah, good speed into the middle as well.
But it's funny how Middleton went after the referee about that call too, eh? Like, he goes after the referee, much like Draisaitl did, and I guess Draisaitl is the only one that gets 2. I guess if you're Draisaitl, you're not allowed to beak at the referee, but Middleton, a nobody defenseman, is allowed to. Yeah. Fair.
Stays out.
We expect our superstars to be held to a higher standard.
Henry, offensive zone draw, watches as it's golfed out by Hartman. Laid ahead to Quinn Hughes, but he fumbled it away as he hit the Edmonton line, and that's going to be an offside. 3 1/2 gone by. In this second period, the Oilers unable to cash in on a potential power play that would have tied it.
That he's not 10% better though, bud. Ingram isn't even better, period. Ingram is 75% worse than what Picard is. Like, I can't tell you, I cannot stress this enough. You know what, I don't even care how much trouble I get into anymore. I'm at that point in my life where I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and if you don't like it, too fucking bad. Ingram was 5 minutes away from being sent down to the East Coast Hockey League. Let me make this perfectly clear. Ingram was 5 minutes away from being sent down to the East Coast Hockey League. Unger was getting called up to the AHL. Ingram was being sent down. And then the injury happened. Hey, how's it going? If you think somehow miraculously Ingram's going to fix it between his ears, you have way too low expectations. And you shouldn't be bashing Calvin Pickard because he's been great this year. Maybe one time we don't blame the goalies and look at the defensive structure this team plays. High danger chances. And don't get me started on that bullshit high danger. Well, this goalie has a 700 save percentage. And this goalie has an 800 and 900. Because I can defute and debunk that all day with everybody. What was the main reason we went out and got Tristan Jarry? He had an 8-1 or a 9-something save percentage high danger chances. He faced 3 high danger chances a game. He comes to Edmonton, he's facing 3 a period and letting them in. He's letting 1 out of 3 in a period. Don't let my facts hurt your feelings. Maybe it's the Oilers' defense or lack thereof. Fair.
right now. Minnesota number 3
But
on that list.
Pittsburgh didn't want Picard.
3 wins in their first 12 for the Wild. 18, 3 and 2 since. Here's Kaprizov against Nurse. Trying to center, tries
That's not true at all.
pick it off.
Not true at all. It had nothing to do with good or not good. I can't stress this enough, Epic. It's everything to do with money. Picard doesn't make enough money for Tristan Jarry to come over with no retained salary. And Pittsburgh didn't want to retain for a hurt goalie.
No surprise. He's got 31 points in 27.
Pittsburgh didn't want to retain on Jarry. Like,
Days with the Rangers.
nobody's retaining money right now.
Nurse and Stastny, second pairing today for Edmonton. Edmonton a bit bogged down here. Finally, Draisaitl stretches.
14 minutes left to go in the second period. 3-2 Minnesota. 16-17 shots for the Oilers. Both teams are 1 for 2 on the power play.
Just come on. Long pass up to Nurse from center. He'll fire it in. Faber has it.
I don't think he would. I think he gets claimed.
Much different vibe to this second period. We saw 30 shots on goal combined in the first. Minnesota doesn't even have a shot here in the second.
He's making really good money.
Faber.
His contract is too sweet.
By Ekholm at center. Ekholm, balances.
I get it. He's not your guy. He's not a goalie you like. I understand it. But
Jab back to Bouchard by McDavid. Here's Hyde. Keeps the play on side, and now McDavid is loose. Centers and a shot stopped by Gustafsson.
oh, speaking of goalposts, though,
Been around it today.
Jarvis injured by a trip in overtime, not called.
Good read, and then the Oilers with a miscommunication. And it's 3-on-1 the other way. Johansson, Eriksson, denied by
Picard with a huge save because the Oilers bobbled a breakaway opportunity.
led to a 3-on-1 the other way.
So McDavid gets tackled, no call. Boldy, you're allowed to do whatever you want to do, eh, bud?
Tried to go between the wickets, and maybe a little too fancy there. Boldy thrust down by Max Jones, got back up in front, a quick shot.
Another huge save by Picard.
Johansson this time by Baker.
Boy, this puck is bouncing in this second period.
Here's McDavid beating
No, they couldn't have.
at the last minute.
No, they couldn't have.
With stellar defensive work. Big hit Jones again. Max Jones has played 2 good games in a row on the road here.
Big hit on Stern. He just ran right through.
I don't know why you think you could have been Kulak and Janmark.
Or you got McDavid, or I thought the door was open. They did get it shut. Stillman will fire it in.
The other team has to be willing to take, and Pittsburgh wasn't willing to budge on anything but Skinner. Pittsburgh wanted Skinner.
Sturm the outlet. Hinostroza crisses and crosses with Foligno and then fires to.
Pittsburgh wanted Skinner or nothing.
Jack was still coming on. Remember the long change.
Yeah. We as Oilers fans are used to our captain being thrown to the ice with zero calls. This game is heated up. I like the anger that the Oilers are showing. Max Jones is... I get your frustration, man. I get it. But maybe it's time we look at our defense. And like I said last stream, it's our defense and our lack thereof of structure. Like, we keep talking about why players come here and they don't do well. The Oilers don't play with structure. They don't. That entry right there that you saw, the Oilers have entry and they lose the puck, that right there shows there's no structure. It's, hey, give the puck to 97-29 and watch what they do with it. Give the puck to those two and let them work their magic. We'll play pond hockey. It works against teams that play pond hockey with you. But against teams like the Minnesota Wild, the Montreal Canadiens, who have a good defensive structure, it doesn't work. Like, it just doesn't work. You're going to find out against the Vegas Golden Knights. Again, another team that has structure defensively. You want to play pond hockey, you're not going to win the game. Like, it's frustrating. I get it, Ren. I get it. They're reliable numbers for a backup that plays most nights when a team is tired. I don't understand. I guess you're just expecting 900. I don't know when fans thought 900 was the be all end all. I'm being honest with you, Epic. I don't understand why fans think 900 is the be all end all. There's so many things that go into that. Just like I don't understand why fans are above expectancy, save above expectancy, goals above. What does that even mean? It means nothing. It's just words. I am talking about the coach when I talk about structure and system. That is the coach. But that's not just this coach. That's every coach this Oilers. Because, Drew, because we've gone through 8 coaches in 9 years. It feels like we go through a coach a year. What is the longest tenured coach that the Oilers have had under Connor McDavid? And this coach actually wins. But I understand why we're not talking about coaching. To a degree, I am talking about coaching when I talk about structure. But you can draw up the play. You could put the X's and O's on the board. But it becomes up to the players to play them. That right there, prime example, giveaway at the blue line. Fair. I'm glad you're not expecting 900. Like, playing net in the NHL is hard. That's why there's only 64 positions available. That's way offside. Like, guys, hey, how's it going? Absolutely. So, you being down in Bakersfield, you can kind of either confirm what I've been saying or debunk what I've been saying. There's people down in Bakersfield right now that are puzzled by this move with Ingram coming up and not Tompkins. People in that room have said Tompkins should have been called up, not Ingram. But the Oilers brass... Oh, okay, I can agree with that, yeah. I want Picard to be better, sure. I wouldn't say he's terrible, but he does need... This year, he's taken a step back. I'll give you that, Epic, absolutely. He's taken a step back. But old man age.
Immediately advanced by Stastny, but then reversed back to him by Hurst.
Age catches up there. That's why I just kind of wish we would have just... If there was a trade to be made, I don't care if it was a panic move, it had to be Picard moved out. It had to be Picard moved out. 3-2 is the score, 9.5 minutes left to go in the second period. 24-18 are the shots for the Minnesota Wild.
Directed up the right-hand side. McDavid was on his way off on a change. Kind of pressed it back into the Minnesota end. Hughes wired one. That was tough. They're going to say no icing as Pickford settles it down. And it's Emerson. Angled up and quickly played back to Stillman. On the Janmark, he'll punch it forward.
Right? And now it's what everybody relies on. Every fan goes to that as the be-all, end-all. And I hate to tell people that stat is broken and flawed. Because no two shots are the same.
By Middleton. Ryan Hartman. Zuccarello did not get it out. Hartman, Zuccarello.
Not wrong.
Hartman finally forced free to Jones.
Not wrong.
Trying to go cross ice. Beautiful steal by Yanmark. Here's Hudson and shot the same.
Not wrong at all, Epic.
Gustafsson.
But who can they trade?
The Oilers almost able
Trading for Skinner was that was your bullet. I can't stress this enough. Trading for Skinner was your bullet. You and everybody else I talked to down in Bakersfield, Mund. You and everybody else I've talked to down in Bakersfield, including inside the office, all said that Tompkins should have been the call-up. But Ingram is their NHL guy. Ingram was brought in to be the NHL goalie at some point this year. When they brought him in, that was the conversation. At some point this year, you're going to be backing up Skinner or Picard. Or you're going to be the starter over Skinner and Picard. That was the conversation when they brought him here. But hasn't worked out too well. Who knows? Maybe playing the AHL, he just didn't like the shots he was getting, and he'll be better prepared for the shots in the NHL. And the reason why I say no two shots are the same, like you can go and talk about every shot taken. Players have different stick flexes. Each player has different shot trajectories. Each player has different shot angles, different shot speed. Everything is different from player to player. Even a certain player himself will change his shot angle. I'm not scared or worried. Speaking of Connor Ingram, look at that beard. Look at that beard.
Connors went up around 2022 when he started in the NHL with the Nashville Predators. Chris's went up, hired in November of 23, but it was spring of 2024. And there they are, Highway 2 as you enter Imperial.
Yeah.
Town Council did have to pass that. It was unanimously approved, and it helps when Chris's cousin Jocelyn Freeman is the town administrator.
Apparently all the facial hair in Imperial went to Connor Ingram. That's an impressive beard he's got.
You're not wrong, Epic, and numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie, and that's why I can't argue with you.
Draisaitl, forced free. Right-hand side, you've got Marcus Molina. Engaged with Darnell Nurse. Draisaitl, hug it out, turn it over. Backhander by Stern, well handled by Calvin Pickard. Another chance, like Louis talked about, that materializes out of seemingly thin air.
Turnover in the neutral zone. And it was Draisaitl that's logging this puck out of the zone. Then all of a sudden it's the Minnesota Wild that have it. They bring it right back into the zone. Sturm, who's had an eventful game, took that blast from Bouchard at the penalty kill, rocked by Jones on a big hit in the corner, and has a pretty good backhand here through traffic that Pickard.
This game is settled down to a snail's pace, which suits the Minnesota Wild.
But holds on to it for the whistle.
Clear up the left-hand side, that climbs over the glass and out.
Well, our saving grace, Mund, is Vegas plays tonight against Calgary, a game I'll be very interested in watching.
No matter results around the league, I mean, the Oilers have controlled their own destiny this weekend. If they win their two games against Minnesota and Vegas, they'll reside at least with a share of first place by the end of the weekend. And after all of the early season angst, Louis, I'd say it was notable, except it's happened the last couple of years. So.
That's the scary part right there, what Jack just said. Oilers win tonight and win tomorrow. First place in the Pacific Division. This team does it every year. I don't know why people get so worried about a down slump in October, November. Every year this team does it. Eventually they're going to get tired and not be able to do it. But
Nurse up the left-hand side. And now you've got Spurgeon.
Missed Edmonton the last time they played December 2nd. Foligno did, but he catches Stastny with a pretty good shoulder. Clean hit on the fortune.
You're right though, Epic. I can't argue with those stats. And those are team stats as well, but hey, you still got to make a few saves. That's your job.
Straight by Eckel. Now on to Connor McDavid. He'll pump it back to Bouchard, and it's a reload for the Oilers.
As a goalie myself, that's your job. No. You're good. You're bringing up very true points. Like, you're not being negative at all. You're bringing up true facts. You're good, man. We know that this goaltending tandem isn't perfect. We knew we needed better, right? Like, we knew we needed better. And we were hoping that we would have got better, but we didn't. And unfortunately, it cost Stuart Skinner everything. But hey, he's got a fresh start. He's happy where he's at. I'm not going to comment too much on the situation. Congratulations to him and Chloe, by the way.
Turns firing on net with Nugent Hopkins again in front of the net. He's been there a few times in this one today.
4 shots already today.
We'll see how the rest of the year plays out for Skinner.
Including a power
I
late in the first that tied
could go one of two ways. He's going to get moved to a contender right before deadline, or the Pittsburgh Penguins are going to hold on to him and go for a run to the playoffs.
Off a Minnesota turnover, it's Draisaitl.
But there is definite interest in Stuart Skinner.
And as Draisaitl tried to throw it across, he inadvertently hit Eckel. Minnesota does not take advantage of the turnover and instead gives it right back. Draisaitl to put Colson, who went for the hit. Lost sight of the puck and was tossed out by Hughes.
That's a high stick, 5.5 left to go in the second period. Oilers need a goal quick. Oh, Draisaitl's pissed. Like I said, though, pond hockey. Ekholm is expecting the pass to go one way, but when you play pond hockey, you're just throwing the puck around. That is the best way I can describe this Edmonton Oilers team. It's just pond hockey. Absolutely, Renegade. I think Seeloffs and Nevenchek are your goalies for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Oh, Skinner will definitely be playing for a different team next year. He might be playing for a different team come the trade deadline too, right? Like, I'm looking forward to it, though. I'm looking forward to seeing where Skinner goes and how he responds. Because one of two things could happen, right? He could pout and be like, oh, well, they didn't want me and they didn't. Or he could work on his lateral movement. He could lose another 15 pounds in the offseason and work on his lateral movement with a goalie coach. And maybe that's what they're talking about in Pittsburgh right now, is his lateral movement.
Players saying, hey, you know what, the game happens fast, and when something goes wrong or you want something different, there's a lot of talk on the bench. Go here, go there.
Yes, that guy.
You can't be quiet on the bench. You have to be together. You have to talk it out, and there's been a lot of that in this one versus the Minnesota Wild today from the Edmonton Oilers. Good stuff.
Minnesota shut out Edmonton 1-0 on December the 2nd. Jonas Brodin from distance, the game's only goal. Wallstedt for the shutout on that particular evening. Here's Trent Frederick. Denied entry at the Minnesota line. Yurov up. Tarasenko trying to plow his way forward. He was split by Stilton. Tarasenko's been hot lately. 4 goals, 7 points in his last 6.
Thank you, Renegade. Yeah, that guy. That dude.
7 in a row today. Middleton. Here giveaway, but it was chopped out of there by Juracek.
Although this Central Division is a 3-team race, and one of these 3 teams is out in round 1. I hate this playoff structure.
Look around him, especially with Hyman right in his grill, so he'll lay that one to rest. 3-2 up.
Yeah, better forecheck there, and a good job by that line on the ice to just not allow the Minnesota Wild to get out of the zone.
Yes.
A couple good hits. You saw
Yes.
Jones take the body once again. Janmark was aggressively on the puck. And
Definitely going to be live for the Battle of Alberta on Tuesday, because that's the final game till the Christmas break.
Off the draw. Boldy almost off to the races again. Ekholm stayed with it. Now McDavid trying to press it inside. Wasn't there.
5 minutes left to go in the second period.
Now McDavid against Eriksson. Bouchard. McDavid using a screen, rolling up top. Now shooting, and a save made.
Paul Coffey needs to come back. I'll say that till I'm blue in the face. Paul Coffey needs to come back.
McDavid up top. Nugent Hopkins' pass was tipped. McDavid had a hack at it, and now a second opportunity, almost banked it off. Gustafsson, I think that caught the outside of the goalpost.
hit it hard, too.
Here's McDavid again. Minnesota, a number of failed exits here. Bouchard to drive, and that's why. Rebound careens off the boards out to McDavid. Ekholm flashing it over to Bouchard. Off of McDavid's skate. Quinn Hughes.
Yes. All teams are frozen now until Christmas break is over.
Wild can't muscle it out. Kaprizov engaged and finally.
That's why there was so many moves made yesterday.
Bouchard, he was frustrated.
Juracek was out there for over.
Didn't include the Oilers.
To get to the bench, he took a gamble and said, I'm going. He got there.
Here's Draisaitl. Pulled his way right through Brock Faber. Darnell
There's a cross check.
kicked it to his forehand.
Fuck you, Hughes. Go back to Vancouver.
In front, mishandled.
They seem to be better without you. I don't know. Maybe Hughes was the problem in Vancouver.
And I thought Gustafsson should have put that.
Guys, maybe Quinn Hughes was the problem in Vancouver. They're 3-0 since trading him. Is that a joke? Or is that me being serious? Serious. Why so serious? I just think it's weird that they are undefeated since trading him.
So quick to make that decision.
And that young defenseman they got for him has been playing really well. Short sample size.
Draisaitl had a shot blocked up top. Boldy able to bang it in deep. Oilers
Yeah.
need to be relentless here. Draisaitl with nerves a shot. It's almost like a fighter getting hurt. I feel like Minnesota's a little right here. Oilers starting to lean on him just a bit. Another steal. Gustafsson turned it over. Draisaitl just had that puck take a hop on him. Louis commented on that a couple times today. Bouchard went down in a heat. Trennan trying to jig it out of there. Bouchard did well to keep him out of scoring distance, and then a tough pass by Hartman has to be reeled by Brodin.
Ooh, I got the Packers, my friend. Epic, I got to go with my Green Bay Packers. I love that there's football on Saturday nights.
Ekholm had it chopped down by Savoy. Brodin fought their
Like, I'm going to be 100% awesome.
Jared Spurgeon.
Go Packers, go.
On target. Here's Kaprizov to Euro.
Especially against the Bears.
Loved by Brodin, but now Tarasenko trying to sneak it inside. Kaprizov. Wow, I'm surprised no shot there. Spurgeon redirected.
1.5 left to go in the second period. 3-2 still Minnesota.
Trying to stuff it inside, and Euro couldn't get a clean shot away on.
Come on, guys, get the puck out.
Look up, and he's got Mangiapane and Henry missed him, and this is going to be an
Icing.
call against against the Oilers with 1:19 to go in the second period.
Pens
The
need a
Wild
goalie.
still with a 3-2 lead.
Pens need to figure out how to play defense. Yeah, they're going to give Ingram a good look, Epic. You're right about that. They're going to give Ingram a look. And there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, you're paying a guy that you brought over. You have to see what he's got. 100% agree with that.
Still conference rivals.
Because like I said, it's minimum 7 games for Jari.
And Edmonton leaned on Quinn Hughes in that series. They didn't have his most effective.
Minimum
series.
7.
It was a big reason why Edmonton was able to emerge in 7. Series they never led until Game 7.
Last minute of play.
1, 3, and 5.
1 minute remaining in the second period. 1 minute remaining in the second period.
One of the all-time Pittsburgh greats, Kevin Stevens in Boston. And we were talking about
Bad giveaway there again by McDavid.
Stevens was a huge man himself.
Here's Hartman, a shot off the ropes, and another save by Calvin Pickard with 43 seconds to go. Pickard's got 23 stops today.
But Leon, for me, is the modern-day guy like that. Just the skill that he has to score, to pass, but also just to fend people off. And this is a pretty good outlet pass right onto the table. Hartman has had a strong game here. Picks up that puck and zips that one through. He scored the dagger goal at the end of the first period after Edmonton had tied it up on the power play. Shortly thereafterwards, he did a Middleton shot pass past Pickard to make it 3-2. That's how it still stands late in this second.
Draisaitl against Hartman. The other comparable to Yager for Draisaitl, Louis, for me would be he almost prefers a guy on him, like draped all over him. He likes to feel that.
Well, you seen Draisaitl pull the sleds in the summertime? Push the sleds.
No thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cirillo spills it in.
Heavy work.
Pickard. Foligno wrapped up with Nurse. Hartman unable to slide that puck through, but Foligno's got it back. Serves it up for Faber. 10 seconds as it's bobbled by Hughes. Played back down low by Hartman. Was the game go-ahead goal in this game, but he's shielded from the puck by Nurse. And Draisaitl will muster one last clear at the horn. It's 3-2 Wild after a 5-goal first period, a scoreless second.
Similar to the first matchup between these two teams, we saw 5 goals in the first period. It was a 1-0 win for Minnesota back on December 2nd. That second period reminded me of that game. Tight checking.
Oh, Louis, if only you could remember what you did last night, let alone last game. Oilers need to win the third period. That's all that needs to be done. Oilers just need to win the third period. I think the Oilers can figure out how to get around it. I think the Oilers have figured out how to get around a lot of teams. Tight checking. Minnie's back to playing boring style. Hey, if you want to win these type of games, these are the type of games you have to win in the regular season to be a playoff team, right? Because this is every game in the playoffs. You're not going to win every game 5-2, 6-7. As much as we fans would love to see that every night. Or that could just be me that loves to see that every night. I don't know. Yes, I think Toronto misses the playoffs this year. Honestly, unless something drastic happens inside that locker room, I just don't see them figuring it out. Their issue is way worse than a goaltending issue. It's way worse than a structural issue. It is a personnel issue. It's a Johnny Appleseed bad apple issue. Yeah, I don't see Toronto getting out of that position they're in right now. They're not going to be a tanked team. They're going to be that just outside looking in team, which you don't want to be. Ask the Calgary Flames, unless Calgary likes being that mid-tier team. But talking to the Calgary Flame fans, they really don't like being that mid-tier team. It's just, that's what they're used to. I still say Florida also misses the playoffs. You're not wrong, Renegade. You're not wrong. I just think they're going to win a few more than they're going to lose down the stretch. Just not enough to overcome how good Ottawa is going to be when they get fully healthy, how good Montreal is right now, and how good Tampa is right now. I think the Metro is going to take 5 positions of the 8 playoff spots. I think you're going to have 3 teams representing the Atlantic and 5 representing the Metro. That Metro, just like the Central, is really damn good. But unlike the Central, it's 3 team top heavy. Everyone else is just there. I want a realignment. I know I'm probably one of the very few people that are preaching this. I want a divisional realignment. I want a divisional realignment. That's fine. You can disagree with Florida. That's fine. And I don't expect you to agree with everything I say. I'm just going by what I see with my eye test. I don't think Florida has what it takes to be a playoff team this year. And I don't care what rumblings you guys have heard about Matthew Tkachuk coming back. Let him come back. He's only coming back so he can play at the Olympics. Let's not get lost in that sauce. He's only coming back so he can play in the Olympics. And that's the main reason why Barkov is taking the season off, is because his team isn't in the Olympics, so there's no skin in the game for him. Absolutely. That's why I say all the Oilers have to do is make the playoffs. You make the playoffs, you're guaranteed 3rd round. Say what you want to say, tell me what you want to tell me, but all the Oilers have to do is make the playoffs, your 3rd round. Your 3rd round walking. I just don't have faith in Bobrovsky this year, and you can only ride this other goalie for so long till he starts to show cracks, much like Hellbeast in Toronto. I just think there's a lot at stake right now. If you're a fan base in Florida, if you're a team in Florida, there's a lot at stake for you right now. Because you've made a lot of money the last 3 years off your team being excellent. And for the better part of 25 years being in Florida, when your team wasn't excellent, that revenue was drying up. Can you imagine that though? Like Colorado, Dallas, Minnesota, and who else? Like that's what I mean. Like you got Colorado, Dallas, Minnesota. Who else in the Central? Winnipeg isn't anything until they figure out the Hollabuck situation. Yeah, Colorado and Dallas will eliminate each other. No matter who wins that battle, the team that comes out of there is going to be beat up and scorned. I do look forward to that matchup though in the playoffs. Like I'm gonna try and stream as much as I can in the playoffs this year, guys. Like not just Oiler games, but every other. I'll pick one team on an off Oiler night to stream. I got to get back into being a hockey fan, if that makes any sense for you guys. I got to get back to being a hockey fan. Not just an Edmonton Oilers enthusiast or fanatic. And that's why, like, on days that I don't do streams, I watch a lot of hockey. Like, I watched the Ranger game earlier today. I watched the Red Wing Washington game. Tom Wilson being a beast out there is going to look good for Team Canada. Hey, thanks for stopping by and saying hi, Bunny. Greatly appreciate the fuck out of you. Again, I will put a list of games I'm going to be doing. I'm going to get everything done until February of streams that I plan on doing. And the nights that you guys know I'm going to miss are obviously... Get out of here with that bullshit hit. You barely tapped me. And like the games that you don't see, obviously the Sunday games I'm not going to be doing. The 5 o'clock weekday games I won't be doing. Depending on my daughter's swimming, probably a Saturday matinee game I won't be doing. There's a plethora of things that, unless I had another person be willing to go live on camera, just makes things being me. And who knows, maybe one day we'll get there where there's like 2 or 3 of us that get together and wow, look at that shot. Like, look at those shots, though. Like, all those shots in what I consider the high danger zone for both teams, right? Cuckoo? What do you want, Cuckoo?
I have something to show you upstairs that is very good.
Okay, just... What, Anna? We got one more period, then I'll make you hot chocolate. Promise. Why are you still wet?
I'm still wet from in the pool.
I know.
Jackpot currently $776,131 and climbing fast. Get your tickets now anywhere in Alberta at EdmontonOilers.com/50.
She was pulled up.
The Oilers, a quick conference speech.
Oh, no.
The third period, playing 5-on-5, trailing 3-2. Connor McDavid with his 22nd goal of the year, power play goal that briefly tied it
Of
hard.
course it does.
Got it back 6 seconds before the end of the first period. A scoreless second follows.
Did you guys catch any of that?
Oiler goal, it was a tip-in as Edmonton rallied from 2-0 early. Here's McDavid for the tie, and he couldn't drag it through Gustafsson after forcing him to commit. Boldy with a pair this afternoon for Minnesota, and Hughes. Ahead for Eriksson, he'll snap it around the boards. Johansson to Boldy. Backhander clipped the side of the net. Johansson served it up for Faber. Across to Quinn Hughes. Minnesota looking for its 7th straight win. Boldy in tight. Oilers
Love you.
looking for their first 3-game winning streak in the entire year. And a 4-1 road trip that would net them, at least for now, a share of first place in the Pacific.
That's insane,
For
eh?
the first time all year.
The Oilers have yet to get a 3-game winning streak.
Stastny, or I guess since that 2-0-1 start, but that seems like an eternity ago. Here's Draisaitl. But Cole's in a shot. That was blocked. Rebound left for Kaprizov. Zuccarello, 2 assists today for Minnesota around the boards. Kaprizov let it go through. Spurgeon did not keep it in. And now Stastny takes over for Edmonton 90 seconds into this third period. Oilers limited to just 6 second period shots.
6 shots in the second period. Not good enough.
Nurse.
I mean, they limited Minnesota to 10, but 6 shots in a period.
Run off the puck by Middleton.
Not wrong, Epic. Absolutely need to win the third period here.
Vegas tomorrow at home. That's a 7 o'clock Mountain start. Here's a drive off the run by Tarasenko. Puck wouldn't stay stable for him, so ends up high. You're off. From Mirachin. The Golden Knights, meanwhile, will be in Calgary tonight. They play the late game, so Edmonton still will be theoretically the more rested club. It's very likely the Golden Knights will be without Jack Eichel. Here's Europe. Manning on
No.
a shot off the rush.
NHL doesn't like it when we show the games live.
Punched away for Mangiapane.
They ban us for a month.
And Hughes takes over once more. You don't expect to see him.
They block the channel and everything. Sorry, bud.
Not protecting a 1-goal lead.
I wish the NHL would let us grow the game
Minnesota lodged
the way that it should be.
the Central, even though they're 3rd overall in the league, because Dallas, Colorado seemingly lose once a month. That's it. Here's Gustafsson. Turned it over nearly. Scored it through the slot to Bouchard. Hinostroza runs at him. Bouchard makes a move. Hard behind. Hughes just plowed right through him along Stern to funnel that through. Could have been a 2-on-1, but Henry worked hard to get back. And Father Hinostroza. Ekholm cut off a potential developing cycle and will get it back from Savoy.
Yeah, I know. It sucks. I can tell you where to go to watch on stream, like channels. Like NHL webcasts, they do a pretty good job. You can watch the streams there. It's just you get malware on your computer, and that sucks.
The giveaway to Hopkins, and it's cleaned up by
Or you have a cable provider that does
turn the puck over a fair
games.
deal in their own end. For the most part, they've been bailed out. Nugent Hopkins has shot 4 squad. Rebound Stasny. Here's McDavid interior. That was stolen.
5 minutes already gone in the third period. Still nothing to show for it for the Oilers. Got to score in the next 5. If you're the Oilers, you got to score in the next 5 minutes.
And now it's launched ahead. Too far for McDavid. Played by Gustafsson. Intercepted by Hyman.
Man, Hyman's hands.
Johansson from center will just feed it down low.
Good chance.
It sucks, I know. I really wish, and I've petitioned for this, to let content creators show the games live. But the league and the NHL themselves are just fickle about it. They're starting to cut down on radio too. If you do the NHL broadcast in radio, you're welcome, man. I hate saying no to people, but another grab on McDavid not called. This guy gets held so much. I can't even say it enough how much shit happens to McDavid that other teams get away with. And then when there is a penalty called because McDavid is just so that good, fans bitch about a power play coming to Edmonton because McDavid. If you think about it, the ones that don't get called are more egregious than the ones that do get called.
Pass to McDavid, just a little bit too far.
Off the draw, Savoy lunging, can't get there. Tarasenko, the chip by Trennan, sends him loose. It's Brodin, the trailer, and shot redirected into Pickard.
Good save there by CP.
Calvin Pickard, one of this building
CP 30.
a year ago.
Oilers got to get one.
4 in a row in this series. Trennan tried to kick it free.
Savoy's got Mangiapane, but misses him. Ooh, that was a dirty interference.
Shifted in front. Brodin was the only man to score when these two teams met 18 days ago in Edmonton. Stastny. A dart to the middle for Janmark. A little behind Jones with that pass. Spurgeon trying to work his way free if Jones could not do it. Here's Jones with a centering pass just out of reach. Stastny kept it alive against Stern. Backhands it over to Janmark with Hughes creating pressure. Nurse's shot didn't reach the net. Hughes will chip. And Foligno, smart clear down the middle of the ice. Pickard will easily shoot this puck to center, and now Janmark creates for Jones. He's got Frederick with him, finds Nurse for a shot that's elevated out of play by Brock Faber with 6 1/2 gone by in this third period.
Epic. He go this way. He goes up. He go down. He go this. He go this. Which way to go, George? That way. I don't know what I don't know what Janmark does. I don't, and that's part of we need to get healthy so we can get Janmark out of here type situation. That is a really good question, though. That's one thing that I wish I had an answer for. What does Janmark do? Kill penalties? But again, once we're fully healthy, I think we've got the guys to kill penalties. That is a very... You got me. You got me. That is a great question. What does Janmark do? Well, Janmark, he does this and he does that and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. He's a locker room guy. Let's say that. He's a locker room guy. No, he's not even a locker room guy. I think once Kapanen comes back, Roslovic comes back, Noah Philp comes back, I think Janmark is going to be the one gone via trade for low picks, like a 5th or a 6th rounder, or on waivers. You're not going to see Janmark here in January.
Not often do you get 2 hits at once on number 43. He's that elusive, but the push by McDavid, the finish by Hyman puts him down. No worse for wear for Hughes. He pounces back up. He's played over 20 minutes already in the game. Sitting right now at 20-32.
Norris winner 2 years ago, 3rd last year. Acquired from the Vancouver Canucks as that puck hacked out of play by Ekholm, Marco Rossi, and Zini Bouillon. 2 major pieces going the other way, although Liam Ogren got on the board for the Canucks the other day. And
3 wins in a row.
I was going to say, they're 3-0 since the trade.
Yeah, Epic, you're right. No. You're 100% correct on that.
A young version of what Quinn Hughes was coming into the league. Offensive skating defenseman stepping in there, and he's going to try and fill those very large shoes, but he's a young guy. They're going to give him every opportunity. But for the Minnesota Wild to get a veteran defenseman, an elite defenseman like Quinn Hughes for John Hines and the Minnesota Wild, I mean, that just bolsters a team in the Central, as you mentioned.
I think Kapanen has a higher skill of finish in his game, too.
Off the draw, shot by Boldick and Bill Guerin. A lot of things on his plate lately. Of course, we're at the site of the upcoming World Juniors. Earl Erickson out with a shot that was blocked by Becker. Guerin is the champ of the Olympic teams. St. Paul very much in the state of hockey. Call it that for a reason. Bill Guerin seems in the forefront of a number of different things, as does this city. A lot of major events. Here's Connor McDavid coming in over the line. Last time with Golson, and that was blocked. Bouchard nearly had wrestled away, regained by Zach Hyman as the Oilers look for the equalizer. Around the boards too hard for
Bouchard can't hold his own.
to maintain. So
12 minutes left to go in the third period. Still 3-2 Minnesota.
12 and a half to go. The Oilers in the last 27 minutes plus of this hockey game have just 8 shots. Minnesota's trying to lock it down here. Zuccarello angled a pass brilliantly to Kaprizov. He's in. He shoots a save made by Calvin Pickard.
Well, that's a terrific save.
Made a couple of good ones today to give Edmonton some life and prevent Minnesota from stretching it out here.
I want to answer that earlier. You were talking about the one off the shoulder. I mean, he came out, cut that angle down. That was a wicked release. And what a stretch pass by Zuccarello to find Kaprizov on that breakaway.
Draisaitl a steal on Zuccarello. Chip from Nurse intended for Propulsion just out of his reach. And now Hartman on to
Yeah,
Zuccarello
maybe in the
again.
playoffs.
Centering pass Kaprizov, the backhand that tipped and then blocked away by Pickard. Again, reacting to a deflection, Louis.
Yes. Changed angle and speed, and he just punched it
Maybe
with
2
the ball.
years ago.
Looked like the Joshua right hand last night.
That didn't look like that. Henrique's shot. That was eaten up.
That's a very, very good question, Epic. Thank you for that. I'm sure Oilers brass love to see that. What does Janmark do? He's a pylon for most of the time, but he scores a clutch goal every now and then. Circa 2023.
Way out to make that save, and a solid one at that.
Here a check up the left-hand side. That's going to be too far.
Yeah, very close game.
Talked about the straight
Oilers in
line.
Montreal, Oilers Minnesota only know how to play close games.
That Island,
Yes.
here's another one that he punches.
Yes, there's the punch.
Okay, maybe not like the right hand. I mean, Jake Paul, a double broken jaw on that right hand by Joshua that ended the fight.
Double
But
broken
same
jaw.
by Pickard here to
I
say,
still can't get over that.
Who ate one of those
right
rights?
hand that I landed.
He hit him so hard he broke it twice.
Louis DeBrusque. That
You know,
clean.
and a really
That
good guy
clean.
too, Bob McGill. Bob McGill, I got him with a pretty good right hand on the chin, and he was a tough customer. He ate it like it was nothing too.
One-timer Draisaitl with a save made by Gustafsson. Might look back at that one as a game saver. And here's Tarasenko, a wrench on time by Pickard. Rebound potentially a game changer.
This team has no idea how to play defense. Drysdale and McDavid don't defense at all.
They're going to maybe timeout to look at this one. It looked like the entry into the zone. Now again, if it's already in the zone, Bouchard, it would be offside. If it's Bouchard that brings it over the blue line, then it's not going to be. Here it is here. So Bouchard off of his hand, puts it down. So did, at that time, Trennan crossed the line before the puck, but here's the thing, it goes off of Bouchard. Right. So Bouchard's the one that brings it into the zone, which nullifies the offside, in my opinion.
But that's clearly why they took the timeout, to buy them some time to see whether it's worth a challenge. Tarasenko.
And no clean shots, right? And we've talked about this all game long. The puck's up on edge, the shot isn't clean, it changes direction. And because of that confusion on the shot by Tarasenko, the initial one, Trennan gets there second, but then for Tarasenko, who's been red hot lately.
Yeah, 4 in his last 3 games after a 1 goal and 13 scores.
This team can't do it, man. Just can't figure it the fuck out. 4-2 Minnesota. Yeah, Kimo, that's exactly it.
I think they took the timeout to make sure that it wasn't worth the challenge. Here's
It was really close to begin with.
Hartman is shot, and that was disrupted and sent on a play by Darnell Nurse with 10.5 to go in the third. Tarasenko from Trennan. Louis talked about Vladimir Tarasenko. I mean, you know, you got him on your third line. Lest we forget, he's a 6-time 30-goal scorer and twice a cup winner.
Yeah, and it's big goals that he scores too. When he gets those moments, he's had a couple opportunities in this game. And then the first shot was denied, but again, it kind of pinballed around. Trennan whacked away at it, and then Tarasenko go to the net. Good things happen. He finds that loose puck, taps her home.
I thought it was a good moment the other day. Tarasenko also developing into a bit of a leader. Guy played his first NHL game. Tarasenko gave him their team award after it. I think that's a sign that he is morphed and understands what he's there for now, Louis. Part of that championship medal that Minnesota's trying to integrate.
Century Casino. All in, all games, all season. Century Casino. Great locations in Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile Racetrack. Welcome to the Winner's Zone.
Well, the follow-up, I agree. And, you know, looking up here, talking on the bench with Trennan, I mean, they're the ones that scored the big goal to extend the lead to 2 for the Minnesota Wild. That's why the Florida Panthers wanted him. And Paul Maurice, what do you say? Give me one a series. That's exactly what he did.
Here's McDavid's shot, and that's steered to the corner by Philip Gustafson. Cleared by Kaprizov, back inside the Edmonton line. Tarasenko on that 2024 Florida champion.
It's all good, Lubo. It's kind of like you're coming into another nap for the Oilers. 4-2 Minnesota, 9.5 left to go in the third period. 35-25 shots for Minnesota.
Here's Faber trying to squeeze his way through. Eriksson to Hughes and down low. Eriksson from behind the net. Peering inside, shooting, and a save made by Calvin Pickard.
Well, good luck seeing Ingram tomorrow, guys. I hope everything I've been told. Yes, Drew, but coming back from that injury he had is... I'm not going to say it because it's going to sound like an excuse. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. Because no matter what I say, oh, excuses, excuses. Always excuses. It's not excuses if it's a fact. He got rushed to come back from his injury. And it made it worse. But it is what it is. It was his choice. There's no breathing room, but you win tomorrow, you're still first place in the division. Like, Vegas loses to Calgary tonight, you're sitting pretty. Anaheim is tanking right now. Like, I don't know if you guys have paid attention. You missed a lot. I don't know if you guys pay attention, but Anaheim isn't playing very well lately. So that bodes well for the Oilers, who are playing well. Again, one stupid trade and all of it goes down the drain. I'm just saying, guys, like, we can be upset that the Oilers are where they are and are not playing very well tonight. I get it. Or today. But this is Minnesota, who's won 7 games in a row. Who play a defensive structure style. Maybe if the Oilers learn how to play that structure and play that type of system, they might actually win more than they lose. 3-game overrated. We'll just go on a nice little 16-game winning streak in February.
But you saw it, the chance by Kaprizov on the stretch, and then a broken play really into the zone, and the Wild find that 4th goal they've been looking for to extend the lead.
From January to February, we're going to go on the nicest 16-game win streak that's going to span 30 days. Or 50 days, whatever that is.
Minnesota has made it very difficult for them to do that.
Wild have outshot the Oilers by a count of 20-11 since that first period, which was basically dead even. But Hardman scored with 6 seconds left, and the Wild have not relinquished the lead since.
And you bring up a good point. Sometimes the shot is how you open up some space. Create the chaos with the shot, make them happen.
Yeah, they are, Jodes. I'm calling it right now. They're beating Vegas tomorrow. Enjoy the game, guys. I won't be here. But yeah, they're going to beat Vegas tomorrow. Vegas is missing a few key players right now.
Second line rest of the way as Edmonton is loaded off McDavid, Draisaitl, and Hyman for the final 10 minutes of regulation, trailing by 2. Darnell Nurse, a shot deflected. Rebound, Matt Savoy. Good shift for Edmonton here. Stastny had it knocked off the stick by Faber, but he can't get it out. And now Picosa will go to work against Quinn Hughes, who stayed with him. Turned that into a stalemate and eventually got it up the left-hand side. Stroza was hit so hard, he actually played it without a helmet, and the Oilers didn't like that.
That's a penalty. Kelly Sutherland, what the fuck are you doing?
Stroza got popped so hard his helmet came off, and now Brodin with a tip on a Draisaitl outlet that ends up.
You're not allowed to play the puck without a helmet.
Your helmet comes off, but in the continuation of the play, you can usually make that one next play before you do, and that's what I think Stroza does. Bangs into the boards, puts the puck in deep, and then immediately goes to the bench. So that's why there's no penalty for playing the puck without the helmet.
I would have hit him again right there. I would have punched him right in the mouth right there. You want to play the puck? All right. How's your head feel against the glass?
Face off at center. 4-2 Minnesota.
Too soft.
Wild with that insurance goal provided by Vladimir Tarasenko.
I'm calling right now. Oilers beating Vegas.
Down the lineup.
They might come back this game. I'll be okay if they do. But definitely beating Vegas tomorrow. Beating Calgary both times. They're going to put the boots to Calgary both games.
Sometimes that can throw you off a little bit as well, because you're shuffling lines again, but some chemistry has developed the line combinations they've seen before. And so for John, he went back to a couple familiar ones that he's had against Edmonton. And up 4-2 in this one.
6 seconds left in the first period. You let in a goal, though.
Get it the next little bit, though, and it's game on.
That shit can't happen.
Middleton off a dump in from Frederick. Up the left-hand side
7.5 left to go in the third period. 3.
Against Minnesota.
Carbon X, proud sustainability partner of the Edmonton.
Yeah. Right, Epic?
Borrowing in, you're off.
He just needs to go to Vancouver.
Under duress, blasted by McDavid. And then an attempted reversal clipped the side of the net. So, good play by Trennan to steal from McDavid, wander up through center, dump it in, and allow the Wild to get the change.
That was a good pickup by Trennan. That's an important one. It was Jones with a big hit on Urov that sent that icing down the ice, which put the big line for Edmonton. And an offensive zone face-off up against the third pairing defense.
Yep, absolutely.
And Trennan with a nice defense.
But yeah, he does look a step slower this year. I agree with you there, Drew.
McDavid.
I'm not defending the player at all. He looks a step slower this year. But that break at the Christmas break and then the Olympic break are going to do him well.
Since October, November of 2023. Here's McDavid spinning off a kick to the net. St. Justice rebound loose. Hyman can't get a stick free. Bouchard to Draisaitl. Another shot off the side of the net. Here's Brodin in tight.
In case you guys aren't aware, the NHL governing body, Gary Bettman and the owners, have said players are not going to the Olympics. Right, Barbershop? Like, that's what I want. And call me a homer all you want, but that's what I want. That's what I'm tuning in for. I'm not tuning in to hear of, oh, the other team had a Christmas dinner last night and look at the panties on their girlfriends they wore. Like, I don't care what the other team did. That's what their broadcast team does. I want to hear how good my Oilers are. I want to hear, well, this guy is shooting the puck really well and he's doing this really well. And I want to watch an Oiler broadcast. I don't want to watch a CBC Sportsnet nationally vised Oiler broadcast. I want my 8-channel pay-per-view back.
Benson tries to catch Minnesota. Savoy to drop from McColson. Nugent Hopkins playing center. Trying to shrug off.
Not wrong there, Epic. Can't deny that.
Here's McColson. Stasny a shot. Did that happen in your day? Players lobbying against any penalties in the midst of play? Here's Kaprizov.
5.5 left to go. Anything is possible. Oilers just need one bounce.
Shoveled in deep behind here.
Hey.
That's true. You could water ski. I was just going to say.
AHL. Yeah.
5 minutes to go.
Do you not nap?
Period. Minnesota 4.
Scott Melody in the press box here. An ex-Oiler about that very.
Do you not know what an app is? This is why Daddy's done doing Saturday clock games.
Mangiapane, then Quinn Hudson knocked off his stick. Jiricek, another weird. That might have gone off the line, sounded off the giveaway. Here's a chance. Mangiapane could not get a shot away. Ty Emerson into traffic, and that deflected out. Inestroza will slap it off the board.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Epic. Not wrong at all.
Change for the Wild. Still off the gut. Played by Henry to Mangiapane, who snapped a 21-game dry spell earlier in this game. Henry will slither back down low and force.
Yeah, I miss Quinn as well.
Hudson. Matthias Ekholm, a Draisaitl of it. Come on. Backhander blocked from Draisaitl, and the Wild will come out of the zone the other way. Tarasenko sprints.
I almost want Drew Remenda back.
Dumps it in. Wild make a change. We're down to 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. And Pickard's going to the bench. They're not wasting any time. Here's McDavid, lost the handle. Not wasting any time. McDavid to Draisaitl. Up to Bouchard. Eriksson beaten on the battle by Draisaitl, who returns to Bouchard. Close quarters, McDavid. Turning and attempting to clear. Eriksson couldn't get it out. A second try. Wild force it free. Goldie put it off the face of Bouchard. He's hurt, and the whistle will go with 3:16 to go.
Bouchard's
Goldie was
hurt.
just trying to hoist that one down the ice, and it came up and caught Bouchard right in the face. 3 1/4 to play in the third. Minnesota holding a 4-2 lead. One of the many reasons I never inquired about hockey.
Raptors Heat Tuesday on Sportsnet Live.
Every new Hyundai vehicle sold supports Hyundai.
Time, huh?
Yep, even at
I'm never drinking red wine again. Yeah, right, Nick. Tomorrow night you're gonna drink red wine again. Red wine. Sweet red wine. You tell him, Rosie. I actually don't have a red wine story. I have never drank wine in my life. The only drink that I have drank, and this is honest to God, guys, the only times I've ever actually drank anything in my life, you guys have seen. The only time that I've drank anything in the last 20 years is what you guys have seen on stream. Me do my shots. I'm not an alcohol guy. I just...
On Bouchard, keeping the Oilers frustrated, and now at center, Bouchard's fine. Pickard returns to the pipes for now. Draisaitl won the face-off at center, and as Bouchard launches it in once again, Pickard to the bench. 6-on-5, the extra attacker is Nugent Hopkins. He'll maintain. Eriksson Ek had a chance to clear and did not get it done. So now you've got Draisaitl reversing around to Bouchard. Big swing by Kaprizov, did not get it out. Second opportunity, did not get it out. Bouchard down low, backhander. That was tipped over the net. Brodin muscled around the boards. Bouchard walking the line. Here's McDavid peering inside. Draisaitl surveying, sending it out. McDavid heading for the net. Around Goldie. Now centering. And home. Half flubbed it. Got it back to Draisaitl. Sam Gustafsson didn't know where the puck was. And all day, Louis, the Wild on failed clearing opportunities. It has not come back to haunt them. I thought it would on that occasion.
Agreed there, Drew. Agreed. Wild going to drive a lot of fans to drink. This Oiler team drives a lot of fans to drink. When they're good, they're really good. But when they're bad, they're really bad.
Healthy 2.5 remaining. Minnesota had 3 or 4 cracks at getting that puck out.
Right, Epic?
Wild are certainly Molly Hatchet today. Disaster. Star wins the draw. Hard rim favorite that gets through, and streaking down the ice is Johansson to nullify icing. Now he's going to protect in the corner and eat some clock. Once he didn't have a centering pass available for a potential empty netter, this is smart by Johansson. Fished out by Stern back to center. Faber can take it to the red line and shoot it back in, which he does. Draisaitl with 2 minutes to play. Still lots of time left for the Oilers, but they're down 2. Draisaitl ahead for McDavid, broken up. Johansson could not get out. Stern will. Off a skate and back to the Oiler blue line. Pokolza, Nugent Hopkins, Draisaitl, McDavid, Bouchard and Hyman. Here's McDavid busting down the seam.
I don't know how you can say that. It's not their fault that the goalie they traded for got hurt. That's game 5-2.
Gustafson just can't seem to get one back. And some good defending. This is a nice job by Brodin.
5-2 Oilers lose. Been a bad pattern for what? I'm not blaming what. I'm not blaming Bowman or Jackson for any of this, man. This is 1,000% on the fans. You may not like what I have to hear. This is 1,000% on the fans. This is 1,000% on a nasty fan base that doesn't have any fucking common decency towards a goalie. They forced the management to make a trade. He can tell you what he wants. He's a former player for a reason. The Oilers do have a pretty... They don't have a good one. They do have a pro scouting department. And you can't say this is Bowman and Jackson's fault because it's the same pro scouting that's been here for the last 20 years. It's the same people. At least for the last decade, but you can't blame the two new guys for that. That's just idiocracy upon idiocracy. That's like saying I'm going to blame my next girlfriend for the problems my old girlfriend gave me. Like, that's like saying I'm going to blame my new girlfriend I just got 5 days ago for the problems that I was with my ex-girlfriend for 5 years. It just doesn't work that way. Like, the fact that we don't have a reliable number one goalie, that's not on this management team's fault. Not even a little bit on this management team's fault. It is 1,000% on this fan base. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not putting this on anybody, but it sucks that Minnesota has our number. Good thing we don't play them in the playoffs because either they're not good enough to make it out of round one. Oilers lose 5-2 to the Minnesota Wild. What more can you say? It happens. Arena gives us one. What? Utah, Vegas, winnable tomorrow. Calgary, winnable. They're winning tomorrow against Vegas. They're beating Calgary back-to-back against Calgary and in Calgary. I don't know what you're upset about. Like, this team is going to go on a run that they always go on in December, January, and February, like they always do. It's just going to be harder now because they don't have that stud back there, Stuart Skinner, winning games. Do you know that Vegas plays tonight against Calgary? And they're missing probably 3 of their top 4 players that didn't come on this trip. Here, I'll do this right now for you. I'll go to the Vegas Calgary matchup just to show you that who they're not playing tonight and tomorrow. Tush paw, please. Thank you. Like I won't stand for that doom and gloom. You're fine. That's just way too doom and gloom. It's one game that they lost on this road trip. One game that they would have lost regardless of who was in net. because this team doesn't play well against Minnesota? I know you're tired. I get it. Jack Eichel, not here. Theodore, not here. Hill, not here. Carlson, not here. By the way, don't expect to see Carter Hart playing tomorrow night either. It's going to be Schmid playing both games. That is a beatable lineup, guys. When your best defensive pairing is Hannafin and Whitecloud, beatable. That's all I'm saying, guys, is this is a winnable game tomorrow. No, absolutely. You're absolutely right there, Lou. Well, they don't lose back-to-backs. Has he been already confirmed for tomorrow? That's stupid. That's a... All right, cool. So they're well aware that he's going to get booed a lot tomorrow. He's been confirmed, Epic? Damn. I mean, a lot can change between now and then, but... He has no choice but to put in Ingram tomorrow. Oh, Jodes, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. He has no choice to put Ingram in tomorrow. Why else would you call him up and not Thomason? And it's not Knobs that's doing it. He's been... Okay, Jodes, it's not Knobloch's decision on who plays and who doesn't play. He has been mandated as much as everybody else has. That is one thing I will grant you that I didn't like that this GM did, was bring up Ingram over the guy that should have been brought up, because Ingram makes more money. And Ingram is the guy that's supposed to be the backup this year for the Edmonton Oilers. I hope Ingram proves me wrong. I hope Ingram proves me wrong. Well, Sportsnet also said that Wallstead was playing tonight. And then at the last second, when I checked the update, it was Gustafson's playing. But yeah, we'll see. I think it's a bad move to have Carter Hart play tomorrow against the Oilers. I think they should have... If I was Vegas, I would have left Carter Hart in the States and have him not come to Canada at all. Well, if I was Vegas, I would have had never signed Carter Hart to a contract, but that's neither here nor there. My feelings doesn't matter. How I feel about the human being as a person doesn't matter. All I can say is if he ever did that to my daughter, or any man does that to my daughter, 30 years in jail doesn't sound so bad. You're right there, Jodes. Maji can't take another 25 games to score another goal. Hey, no worries, man. I'll see you guys on Tuesday when the Oilers play against Calgary, because obviously Sundays are a mess shit show for me. Upcoming games, though, guys. Like, this schedule is very favorable for the Oilers. Whether we like to admit it or not, it is very good for the Oilers. We have Vegas tomorrow, Calgary on Tuesday, and then Calgary on Thursday. Is it Thursday or Saturday? I think it's Thursday. No, Saturday, because Thursday's Christmas. And then Monday we got the Jets. And then Wednesday we got the Bruins. We got the Flyers on Saturday. The Predators on Tuesday. The Jets again on Thursday the 8th. So then the next couple weeks are favorable. Unless Schmidt gets lit up tonight. Yep. You're not wrong, Epic. Either way, I think fans in Edmonton need to boo the hell out of Carter Hart tomorrow. And I hope the fans in Calgary have signs and boo the hell out of Carter Hart and the Vegas Golden Knights. But that's just my personal feelings. But like I said, I've had many conversations with people. If that was my daughter in that situation, I'd sit down and talk to her and tell her you put yourself in a position that wasn't favorable for you. And I'd be spending 30 years in jail if I found out anybody did that to my daughter, because there would be murder. But they're not, Jodes. That's the thing. They're not. They're not close. And we read way too much into standings and who's close and who's not. Like, it's really not as close as it looks. But if you want to look at the full spec of standings, by Rosé. Calgary has 32. Edmonton has 40. That's not close. The Oilers have to go on a 4-game losing streak, and Calgary would have to go on a 5-game winning streak. That's not really close. That's 9 games, if you think about it. I thought it was closer than that when you said they were close. I thought it was like 4.5. I thought it was a 4-point or 2-point. No, that's an 8-point difference, my friend. That's not really close at all. Especially with a team like Calgary who's not playing well at all. I'll take that. Like, we're closer to Minnesota than Calgary is to us. Like, we beat Vegas tomorrow. We're sitting pretty in 4th place in the Western Conference. And there's no looking back from there. Like, you want to talk close, though. Like, this is close. 2nd all the way down to 10th in the Eastern Conference. 3 points separation. That's close. Like, that is nip to nuts right there. But anyways, guys, you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday. No, Friedrich wasn't invisible. Ooh, homemade lasagna? I don't know what we're doing for supper tonight yet. Probably leftovers, mashed potatoes, and chicken. You don't take loser points, but you have to. You have to, because they count. I agree with you, Jodes. I don't like the loser points, but you have to take them into account because they count. The NHL says they matter, so they matter. If the winning in overtime matters, the losing in overtime matters too. If that matters, it all matters. It's either the wins in overtime matter or none of it matters. Like, you can't take that with that. I understand what you're saying, and I agree with you, but because the NHL thinks it matters, it matters. Let's do the out-of-town scoreboard update before I leave, though. Detroit wins 5-2. The Rangers beat the Philadelphia Flyers 5-4 in shootout. Detroit beats Washington 5-2. Minnesota beats the Oilers 5-2. With a minute left to go in the third period, Ottawa 6, Chicago 4. After the first period, Buffalo 1, Islanders nothing. I'm not disagreeing. I just don't see it happening. I don't see Edmonton losing to Calgary in either of the games. We owe them for game 1 of the season. But I get what you're saying. I understand you. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. My name's Matt for Oilers Fan Reaction. See you guys on Tuesday. Battle of Alberta. Doses.